Good day, good people. How are you? Today I'm doing body pleated turban. I'm using 34. That is the length, and then the weight. The weight is about 20. Yeah, 28. So I'm going to be sewing through the part that is 28. Not, you know that head size is normally 22. But I'm using 28, so I'll cut off the excess when I'm ready, because I'm going to be pulling it together. I need extra material. So to do the body pleated turban, you need to take a particular size. Either you take 2 inches if you don't want it to, if you want it a little bit big, but if you want the pleat to be smaller, you work with 1 inch. So for me, I did not take any measurement like you see me doing now. I'm just using my mind to go about it, but what I'm doing should just be about 2 inches. So if you want, you can rule all the parts, as in measure 2 inches and rule it with your chalk, tailoring chalk, and then begin to hold the part and sew it the way you see me doing now. But for me, I'm just using my imagination because I'm used to it. I know I'm using between 2 inches, between 1.5 to 2 inches there, but definitely not 1 inches. Now, I told you that the first measurement is 28 by 34. So that 34, assuming I take 2 inches each, I'll be having about 17 pleats, which is enough for me, you understand? So whatever you are doing, if you are working with 1 inch, you should know how many steps you will be having. So that's just it. Body pleated turban is very easy to make. It's just all about you determining the space you want between the pleats and then making it constant as you sew. So that's just it. So I'm going to continue like this till I get to the very end, that is of the 34 inches. So right now I am done with the pleat, and you can see how it looks. I have also attached a band. I did the band off camera because I have so many videos on band. So I'm just focusing on the body pleated turban for this video. So that's why I did not show the band. So you can see the body is sewn, and you can already see the pleat. The pleat has a way of adding beauty to your work. So if you are doing body pleat, I want you to don't use anything less than 30. You understand? So right now I'm going to close it up. So when I close it up, I'm not going to give it that usual sharp bend or sharp curve that you see turban having, because it's going to make the back to be too tight, and the pleat is meant to fall. It won't fall if you follow it that way. So I'm just going to close it up. I'm not going to give it a sharp bend. When I'm closing it, I will just close it like a rectangle. You understand me? So I took the band measurement to be 10 inches, knowing that the material I'm working with is an elastic material. You understand? It's a stretchy material. So since the material is stretchy, there will be no need for me using 11, which will be multiplied by 2. That will give me 22, which is the normal head size. There will be no need. And if you want it to be flat, you cannot use exact measurements. So that's just it. Anyway, that's just it. So you can see I did not give it that sharp curve to close it. I did not do that, because if you do that, the back, it has a way of affecting the back anyway. Just close it like 4 corner, or close it like a rectangle, you understand, and let it be. So now that I'm done joining it, I'll quickly trim off the excess. If you want to do a very neat work, after trimming off this excess, I advise that you use your interlock machine, also known as weaving machine, to weave it all through. It gives it a good finishing. All right, so I'm just cutting off the excess there now, like you see. I'm just making sure that I take my time to do that. That's just, I'm taking my time to do it. So I'm done cutting off the excess. The next thing I will do is I'm going to use my needle and thread to give it a loose stitch and then drag it together. The loose stitch for me, because you know there's a method you attach a loop to it, a loop, but I'm not using that method. So since I'm not using loop, I'm going to use my loose stitch to hold both the front part where the V is and the back part also. So I'm going to be tacking both the front and the back. That's what will help the gather to really come together, and that is what will also help the beauty to be seen. So to do that, what I did was to first of all thread my needle, and that needle I made sure I thread it very thick. So I folded my thread into 4 before fixing it into the needle itself. So by the time I was done fixing the thread into the needle, I had about 8. You can imagine how thick it will be. This is so that this is to protect it from cutting easily or losing easily. That's just it. So this is how I do my loose stitches, just going in and out, in and out, in and out. Now when I get to the end, I will stop. I'm not going to take it through the curve, as in I'm not going to take it to the other part. I don't know how to explain this one. Oh God, help me. Oh, I don't know. That is what I'm saying is I'm just stopping where you see now. You can see that back. I'm not going to do it. Yes. So you can see after this part, the pleating of this part, you see how it's gathered. So I'll go to the front where the V is also. I'll repeat the same thing. Remember I said leave the back, that is the final back, leave it, do not drag it. When you drag it, it has a way of becoming too tight and the cap will not be wearable. It might be wearable, but it will not be fine. That's my own view. So this is the design I use. I'm not really focusing on the design. Like I said, I focused on the body pleated turban, but to design it, I'm using the same material that I used to make the turban, just to wrap the cap. And to do that, I'm using my UHU glue. So I will just rub it around the cap, and then I'll use the material. I will allow breeze to like blow it a little so that it will be a little bit dry. At that stage it will easily stick and it will not cause any stain. Yes, so that's just it. I'm just wrapping. After wrapping, I will attach it to the net, and then after attaching it to the net, I'll do the remaining design. Also, I feel like it's very necessary you cut off this excess. Do not feel since it's going to be on a turban it will not be seen. No, I will not appreciate it that way. Now to fix this cap, 2 ways. You can use your needle and thread like you see me doing now. Just that when you use needle and thread, you really need to stitch it very close to the edge of the cap. And then if you are not going to use your needle and thread, this is what I do. I will just put like a carton underneath it, and then I will use my UHU gum or I will use my hot candlestick and then put it round the cap and then place the cap on the net that I have prepared. You understand? Once the cap stick to the net, that's just it. It has taken the pattern, it will never lose. So that's it. And then the next thing I did was to use my bias to go round the art, after which I quickly fix it to the cap. Then I apply some acrylic for decoration, apply some beads, and then I fix it, and that was it. It came out so lovely, so beautiful. So thank you once again for stopping by. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Yes, I'm talking to you. Thank you for subscribing. You are my source of inspiration. Thank you so much. See you in my next video. Bye.